I must speak with you, Abby.
You come.
Friendly.
I don't like the woods at night. I pray you come closer. I knew it must be you when I heard the pebbles on my window. Before I opened my eyes, I knew. I thought you would come a good time sooner.
I've thought to come many times before.
Why didn't you? I'm so alone in this world now.
I'll hurry you. I hear that people travel 100 miles in your face these days.
My face. Can you see my face?
So you're troubled.
Come to mock me?
No, I only hear that you go to the tavern every night and play shovelboard with the deputy governor and then you can beside her.
I have once or twice played shovelboard, John, but I have no joy in it.
This is a surprise, Abby. I thought to find you much gayer than this. I'm told a troop of boys follow everywhere you go, step for step these days.
Aye, they do, but I only get lewd looks from the boys.
Didn't you like that knock?
I cannot bear lewd looks no more, John. My spirit has changed entirely. I should be given godly looks as I suffer for them as I do.
Oh, and how do you suffer, Abby?
Why, look at my leg. I'm holes all over from them damn needles and pins. The jab your wife gave me is still not healed yet, you know.
No, it isn't.
Sometimes I think she pricks it open again while I sleep.
Ah,
Oh, George Jacobs. He comes again and again and raps me with the stick the same spot every night. Look at the lump I have.
Abby, George Jacobs has been in jail all this month.
Thank God he is. And blessed the day he hangs and lets me. Oh, sleep in peace again. Oh, John, the world is so full of hypocrites. They pray in jail. I'm told they pray in jail.
They may not pray.
And torture me in my bed while sacred words are coming from their mouths. Oh, John, only God himself to cleanse this town properly.
Abby, you mean you still cry out to others?
If I live, if I'm not murdered, I surely will until the last hypocrite's dead.
And is there no one good?
Aye, there is one. You are good.
Am I?
You taught me goodness, therefore you are good. And we're a fire, John. We walked with you and burned all my ignorance away. But we're a fire, John. We lay in fire. And from that night, no woman dare call me wicked anymore. And I knew my answer. I used to weep for my sins when the wind lifted my skirts, and blush for shame because some old Rebecca called me loose. And then you burned all my ignorance away, as bare as some December tree. I saw them all, walking like saints to church, running to feed the sick and hypocrites in their hearts. And you burned all my ignorance away. But God gave me the strength to call them liars. And God gave me the strength to make men listen to me. And by God, I will scrub the world clean again for the love of him. John, I will make you such a wife when the world is bright again. You will be amazed to see me a light of heaven in your house. Why are you cold?
My wife goes to trial in the morning.
Your wife.
Surely you knew of it.
Oh, I do remember now. How? Is she well?
As well as she may be 36th day in that place.
You said you came friendly.
She will not be condemned, Abby.
You brought me from my bed to speak of her.
I brought you so that I may tell you what I plan to do in court tomorrow. I'd like not to take you by surprise, but give you all the time on what to do to save yourself.
I'll save myself.
If you do not free my wife tomorrow, I am set and bound to ruin you.
How? Ruin me?
I have rocky proof and documents that puppet were none of my wife's and that you yourself bade Mary Warren.
I bade Mary Warren.
You know what you do. You are not so mad.
John, hypocrites. Why do you let them send you, John?
So I will prove you for the fraud you are.
This is your wife pleading. This is your sniveling, envious wife. You turn to her. You let her turn you like a...
I warned you, Abby.
John, why? Why do you let them send you like this? Why, John?
If you do not set my wife free, I will tell them why.
You will confess to fornication in the court, John. Really?
If you will have it so, so I will say it. Die, I say I will! And you can hear this. You will swear that you can never cry witchery again. That you saw no spirits, or I will make you famous for the whore that you are.
Never in this world, John. I know you are singing secret hallelujahs that your wife will hang!
You mad, you murderous bitch!
How hard is it when pretense falls? But it falls. It falls. Now that your duty's done by her, I hope it's your last house. Oh, John, I hope you'll come again with sweeter news for me. Now that your duty's done. Good night, John. Fear not. I will save you tomorrow. From yourself, I will save you.
Now, Martha Corey, there is abundant evidence in our hands to suggest that you have given yourself over to the reading of fortunes. Do you deny it?
I am innocent to a witch. I know not what a witch is.
How do you know, then, that you are not a witch?
If I were, I would know it.
Why do you hurt these children?
I do not hurt them. I scorn it.
I have evidence for the court!
Quiet, man! Sit you down!
Thomas Putnam is reaching after
Who's
land!
that, man?
You're hearing lies! Lies!
Arrest him, Excellency!
I have evidence! Why will you not hear my evidence? Hands off, Sam! Let me go!
Giles! Giles, you cannot come in here. This is a court!
Out of my way, Will! I have evidence!
Pray, calm yourself.
You, Mr. Hale, the man that I speak!
In a moment, sir, a moment.
A moment. A moment they'll be hanging my wife!
How dare you come roaring in this court? Have you got gas, Corey?
You're not a Boston judge yet, Hawthorne. You'll not call me dad.
Who is this man?
Giles Corey, sir, and a more...
I am asked the question, and I'm old enough to answer it. My name is Corey, sir. It's Giles Corey. I have over 600 acres and timber in addition. It's my wife that you be condemning today.
And how do you imagine to help her cause for such contemptuous right? Now, begone. Your old age alone keeps you out of jail.
You're telling lies about my wife, sir. I have no
Well, then take
choice
it
but-
upon yourself to decide what this court shall believe and what it shall set aside.
No, Your Excellency. We mean no disrespect.
Disrespect indeed, Mr. Corey. This is the highest court of the supreme government of the province. Do you know it?
I only said that she read books, Your Honor, and then they come and they take her out of my home. She's my third wife. I've never had one so taken with books before. You see, I only wanted to find the cause of it, you understand, but I never called her no witch. I broke charity with the woman. Oh, I broke charity with the...
He claims hard evidence for his wife's defense.
Then let him submit his evidence and proffer affidavit. You are certainly aware of our procedure here, Mr. Hale. Marshal, Clear the street.
We are desperate, sir. We come here 3 days now and cannot be heard.
And who is this?
Francis Ness, Your Excellency.
His wife's revenge that were condemned this morning.
Ah, indeed. I'm amazed to find you in such an uproar, Mr. Nurse. I have only had a good report of your character.
I think they must both be arrested in contempt, sir.
Indeed. I will hear your plea in due time.
We have proof for your eyes. God forbid you shut them to it. The girls, sir, the girls are frauds. We have proof of it. They are all deceiving you.
This is contempt, sir, contempt!
Now, do you know who I am, Mr. Nurse?
I surely do, Your Honor, and I know you must be quite a wise judge to be who you are.
And you are certainly aware that nearly 400 are in jail from Marblehead to Lynn upon my signature. And 72 condemned to hang by that signature, Mr. Nurse.
Your Honor, I never thought to say it to such a weighty judge, but you are deceived.
Mary Bourne, what are you about here?
She come to speak to the Deputy Governor.
Do not tell me Mary Warren was sick in bed.
She were, Your Honor. When I go to fetch her to the court just last week, she said she were sick.
And who is this?
John Proctor, sir. Elizabeth Proctor is my wife.
Do not trust this man, Excellency. This man is mischief.
Excellency, I think we should listen to this girl. If she does have evidence, we must hear.
Indeed, indeed. What have you come to tell us, Mary Warren?
She never saw no spirits.
Never saw no spirits.
Never. She had a deposition.
No, I accept no deposition. Tell me, Mr. Proctor, have you given the story out in the village?
Why, we have not. They've come to the court, sir.
This man, Paris. Mr. Proctor, you are certainly aware that the entire contingency of the state in these trials is that the voice of heaven is speaking through these children.
I know it, sir.
Now, Mary Warren, why have you come to this time?
You never threatened me.
Indeed.
It were pretense, sir.
Let's see. The other girls, Suzanne Walcott and the others, they were all pretending.
I said,
Now, sir, before I hear your evidence, it is my duty to tell you this. We burn a hot fire here. It melts down all concealment. Are you certain in your conscience that the evidence you are about to present is true?
I do, and you will surely know it.
And I take it you came to declare this revelation in open court before the public.
Why I would, with your permission.
And what is your purpose in doing so?
Why I would free my wife, sir.
There lurks nowhere in your heart, nor hidden in your spirit, any desire to undermine the court.
Oh, why no, sir.
Now I tell you straight, I have seen mobs in this room. I have seen girls choked before my eyes by spirits. I have seen them struck by pins and slashed by daggers. And until this very moment, I have not the slightest reason to believe that these girls may be deceiving me. Do you understand?
Excellency, does it ever strike upon you that so many of these women have lived so long with such upright reputations?
Do you read the gospel, Mr. Proctor?
I read the gospel.
I think not. Or surely you would know that Cain was an upright man, and yet he did kill Abel.
Aye, the Bible tells us that, but who tells us that Rebecca Nurse murders 7 babies by sending her spirit out on them? And it is the children only, and this one will swear she's lying to you.
Judge Hall.
Aye, she's the one.
Mr. Proctor, this morning, your wife sent me a claim in which she states she's pregnant.
My wife? Pregnant?
There is no sign of it. We have examined the body.
Well, she says she's pregnant and she must be. That woman will never lie, Mr. Van.
Or not.
Never, sir, never.
Now, I tell you this, Mr. Proctor. If I should tell you now that I shall let her be kept until she begins to show her natural signs, and she shall be let living until she has been delivered, what say you to that? Come. You say your only purpose is to save your wife. Good then. She is saved, at least this year. The year is long, but saved. It is done. You will drop your charge.
I think I cannot.
Then your purpose is somewhat large.
They've come to overthrow the
These
court,
are
Your
my
Honor!
friends, Your Honor. Their wives are also.
I judge you not, Mr. Proctor. Sit you down.
I come into the court, I only.
Marshal, go into the court and bid Judge Stropman and Judge Seaborn declare recess for an hour. And if they must go to the tavern, they will. But all witnesses and prisoners are to remain in this building. Do you understand?
And if I may, Your Honor, it is a good man, sir. I have known him my entire life.
I'm sure, Marshal. Now, Mr. Proctor, what depositions do you have? I have
I'm
clear
a
as the
lawyer.
sky, open and honest.
Will you read this first? It's sort of a testament. The people signing it declare their good opinion of my wife, Rebecca, and Martha Corey.
Oh, their good opinion.
These are all covenanted people. Members of the church, landholding farmers. If you'll notice, sir, that they've known the women for many years and they never saw no sign to have dealings with the devil.
How many names are on this list?
There'd be 91, Your Excellency.
These people should be summoned for questioning, Your Honor.
Mr. Danforth, I gave all those people my word no harm would come to them for signing that.
This is a clear attack upon the court.
Is every defense an attack upon the court? Can no one come before the court without you questioning them?
All of these people are happy for their court and sin. And yet these people are gloomy for it. I think you want to know from each and every one of them what discontents them with you. I think they ought to be examined, sir.
It's not necessarily an attack.
These are all covenanted
Well, then I am
Christians.
sure they will have nothing to fear, Mr. Nurse. Now, Mr. Chief, I've warrants drawn down for all their arrests for examinations. Now, Mr. Proctor, do you have any more evidence that you would like to present?
Lord, I've brought trouble on these people.
No, old man, you have not brought trouble on these people, if they are intelligent. But you must understand that a person is either with the court, or we must be counted against. There is no road in between. This is sharp, precise. We no longer live in a world where evil mixed itself with good and befuddled. Now, the sun is shining up, and them not fear not light will surely pray. I hope you will be one of them. She is not haughty, I see.
No, sir, she is not. Mary, you cannot be. Remember what the angel Raphael said to the boy Tobias. Do that which is good, and no harm will come to thee.
John, my deposition. Give him the deposition.
Aye. This is Mr. Corey's deposition.
What lawyer drew this, Corey?
You know I never hired no lawyer in my life, Hawthorne.
It is very well phrased. My compliments. Mr. Barrett, go into the court and bring Mr. Putnam. You have no legal training, Mr. Corey.
Well, on the contrary, Your Excellency, I have the best. I'm 33 times in court in my life, and always plaintiff, too.
Then you're much put upon.
Oh, I am never put upon. I know my rights, sir, and I will have them. You know, I think your father tried a case of mine. Might have been some 35 years ago or so.
Indeed.
Never spoke to you of it or mentioned it in passing.
No, I do not recall.
So that's strange. He gave me 9-pound damages for it. I see your father was a fair judge. I had a white mare at the time, and this fella, he wanted to borrow the mare, whatever that means. Oh, aye, there's the fellow now.
Ah, Mr. Thomas Putnam, I have here an accusation by Mr. Giles Corey against you, in which he states that you coldly prompted your daughter to apply witchery upon Mr. George Jacobs, who is now in jail. What say to you to that?
It is a lie.
Mr. Putnam states your charge is a lie. What evidence do you have for your claim?
A fart on Thomas Putnam! That's what I say to that.
But, sir, you must submit evidence.
Well, my evidence is there. All right? If Jacobs hangs for a witch, he forfeit up his property. That's law. and no one but Putnam has the coin to buy so great a piece. This man is killing his neighbors for land.
But proof, sir. Any proof?
Well, my proof is there. I have it from an honest man who heard Putnam say it himself. The day that his daughter cried out on Jacobs, he given her a fair gift of land.
And the name of this man?
Name? What name?
The man that gave you this information?
I cannot give you no name. I cannot.
And why not?
Well, you know well why not, Hawthorne. You'll lay in jail if I give his name.
This is contempt of the court, Mr. Danforth.
Surely give us the name.
I said my wife's name once. I'll burn in hell long enough for that. I cannot give you no name. I stand mute.
Mr. Corey, in that case, I have no choice but to arrest you for contempt of the court. Do you understand that?
You can't arrest me for contempt of a hearing.
Which is a proper lawyer. Would you like me to declare the court in full session, or will you give me a proper answer?
I cannot give you no name.
You're a foolish old man. Mr. Cheever, begin the record. Now, Mr. Corey.
Your Honor, he was giving the story in confidence, sir, and
The devil lives in such confidence, sir. Without confidences, there could be no conspiracies.
I think it must be broken, sir.
Mr. Corey, if your information tells us truth, let him come here like an open and decent man. But if he hides in the shadows of anonymity, I must know why. Now, Mr. Corey, the government and the Central Church demand of you the name of the man who declared Mr. Thomas Putnam a common murderer.
Excellency,
Mr. Hay,
we cannot shake it more. There is a prodigious fear of the court in this country.
then there is a prodigious guilt in this country. Are you not afraid to be questioned here, Mr. Hale?
I may only fear the Lord, but there is a fear nonetheless.
Reproach me not with fear in this country. There is fear in this country because there is a moving plot to topple Christ in this country.
And does it follow that all that are accused are a part of it?
No uncorrupt man may fear this court, sir. None! Now, Mr. Corey, you are under arrest for contempt of the court. You may take counsel with yourself in jail until you decide to answer all questions.
Cut your throat! Put it on! Kill you!
we'll prove ourselves now, we will!
Speak nothing of it, John. He's only playing you. He seeks to kill us all.
This is a court of law, mister.
Forgive him.
No problem.
Forgive him for his old age. Peace trials will prove it all now. Mary, you cannot weep. Remember what the angel said to the boy, there is your rock. Hold on to it.
Come, man, we wait.
This be Mary Warren's deposition. I ask that before you read it, you remember that until 2 weeks ago, she were no different than the other girls are today. You heard her scream, and she howled, and she swore familiar spirits were choking her, and she even said that Satan, and in the form of women now in jail, tried to win her soul away, and when she refused. But now she says that she never saw Satan, nor any spirits vague or clear, and that her friends are lying to you now.
Excellency, I think this goes to the heart of the matter.
It surely does.
I cannot judge this man. I know him little. But such a weighty claim cannot be made by such a simple thought. I beg of you, allow him to leave and return with lawyers.
Mr. Hale, mistake them.
Excellency, I have signed 72 death warrants. I'm a minister of the Lord, and I like not to sign away a life without there be so immaculate evidence that not even the slightest qualm of conscience can deny it.
Mr. Hale.
Excellency, this morning I signed away the life of Rebecca Nurse. I'll conceal it not. My hand shakes as though with a wound. I beg of you, this argument may it be made to you by lawyers.
Mr. Hale, for such a man of terrible learning, you are most bewildered. I have been 32 years behind the bar. I should be confounded while I call upon to defend these people. Now, let you consider, and I bid you all do likewise. In an ordinary crime, how does one defend the accused? One calls upon witnesses to prove his innocence. But witchcraft, by its nature and on its face, is an invisible crime. So who may possibly be witness to? the witch and the victim. None of them. Now, we cannot hope that the witch will confess herself. But what is left for a lawyer to do? If there are no witnesses that may testify, but the witness and the victim. And I tell you, the victims do testify as the children. Do I make myself clear, Mr. Hale?
Excellency, if what this girl says is true, then they are all lying
That
to
is
you.
precisely what I'm about to consider, Mr. Hale. What more may you ask of me unless you doubt my proof?
Of course not, Excellency. Let you consider them.
Let your heart be at rest. Her deposition, Mr. Proctor.
Your Honor, I should like to question this act.
Great, Mr. Harrison. Mr. Cheetham, go into the court and bring the children here. Now, Mary Warren, how came you to such a turn? Has Mr. Proctor ever threatened you for this deposition? Answer me!
No, sir.
Has he ever threatened you?
Oh, no, sir.
Has he threatened you?
No, sir.
You tell me, you sat here callously lying in my courtroom when you knew that people would hang by your evidence?
I did, sir.
How were you instructed in your life? Do you not know that God damns all liars and bears a false witness?
Sir. I am with God now.
You are with God.
Sir.
Well, Mary Warren, I tell you straight. You're either lying now or you were lying then. And in either case, you have committed an act of perjury. You must go to jail. You cannot lightly say you lie, Mary Warren. Do you understand me?
But I cannot lie no more. I am with God now. I am with God now.
But no, it's not in the court, sir. Nor the other children. This will be sufficient.
Now, children, your friend Mary Warren has given us a deposition in which she states that she never saw familiar spirits, apparitions, or any manifestations of the devil. She claims as well that none of you have seen these like her. Now, children, the Bible and the law damn all bearers of false witness. And his vengeance is terrible upon them that take a life without cause. Now, this is law, right by the Bible. Bible writ by the Almighty God that forbid the practice of witchcraft. Abigail Williams rise. Are you certain that you will go through with this?
I have not changed, sir. She lies.
And you, Mary Warren?
Sir.
A puppet were discovered in Mr. Proctor's house, stabbed with a needle. Mary Warren claims that you sat next to her in court while she made it. It witnessed how she placed the needle into it for safekeeping. Is there any truth to this?
It is a lie, sir.
When you worked for Mr. Proctor, did you see puppets in their house?
Goody Proctor always kept
Your Honor,
puppets.
my wife kept no poppets. Mary Warren swears they were her poppets.
Your Excellency,
Mr. Chief.
when I spoke with Goody Proctor in that house, she said she never kept no puppets. But she said she did keep them when she were a girl.
She's not been a girl for these 15 years, Your Honor.
But a puppet will keep 15 years, will it not?
Why could there not have been a puppet? For no one ever saw them.
There also could be 2 golden candlesticks, but no one ever saw them.
We are here, Your Honor, to precisely discover what no one has
Your
seen
Honor!
before.
What may Mary Warren gain by this turnabout? What may she gain but hard questioning and worse?
Mr. Proctor, you are charging Abigail Williams with a marvelous cruel plot to murder.
I do, sir. I believe she means to murder.
This child would murder your wife.
It is not a child, sir. Now hear me in the sight of this congregation. She has been kicked out twice of this meeting house for laughter during prayer.
What's this? Laughter during prayer.
Your Honor, she has often laughed at prayer, but she gets silly. She is solemn.
Oh, I should be a song now.
Quiet, man! Sit you down.
surely have no bearing on the question, sir. The charge is contemplation of murder.
Aye. It would strike me hard she would laugh during prayer. Proceed as you will, Mr. Proctor.
Mary, tell the governor how you danced in the woods.
Your Honor, ever since I've come to Salem, this man has been blackening my
Mr.
name.
Harris, what is this dance?
Mr. Proctor.
Abigail leads the girls to the woods, and there they were caught there dancing naked. Mr. Paris came in soon after. There is the child. She is.
Your Honor, I never saw any of them naked.
But you did see them dance.
Excellency, when I first arrived from Beverly, Mr. Paris told me that himself.
Do you deny it, Mr. Paris?
No, sir. But I can swear, I never saw any of them naked.
But you did see them dance.
I sir.
Albert.
Excellency, will you permit me?
Pray proceed.
Please don't.
You say you never saw no spirits, Mary, whenever threatened or afflicted by any manifest of the devil or the devil's agents.
No, sir.
And yet, when people accused of witchery confronted you in court, you would faint, saying their spirits came out of their bodies and choked you.
But you did turn cold, did you not? I myself picked you up many times in your skin. Where icy. Mr. Danforth,
Indeed, we saw it.
They were pretending, Your Honor. They're all marvelous pretenders.
Can she pretend to faint now?
Now,
why not? There are no afflicting spirits here. There is no one accused of witchcraft. Let yourself turn icy, as you have done before. Let yourself faint. Faint.
Faint.
I faint. Prove to us how you pretended so many times in the court.
I cannot do it, sir. I have no
Well, what
choice.
is lacking now?
I cannot tell it. I do not
Tell me
know.
that there are no afflicting spirits now. You should still pretend them. Turn yourself icy.
I cannot.
Then you will confess, will you not? Afflicting spirits made you faint!
No, sir.
Your Honor, this is a trick to blind
It's
court!
not a trick! I only used to faint because I thought I saw
Thought
spirits!
you saw.
Your Honor, but I did not!
How could you think you saw them unless you saw them?
I cannot tell you how, but I did! I heard the girl screaming, and Your Honor, you seemed to believe them, and they were always born at birth, but then the whole world cried spirits! Spirits!
Clearly, Your Excellency cannot be taken by a simple
I'm not
mind.
sure, Mr. Danforth, I never saw no spirits!
Abigail Williams, rise. Child, I bid you now search your heart and tell me this. To every soul God loves and cherishes, are you certain in your conscience that the visions you saw were real? Is it quite possible that they may be illusions only? Deception that may cross your mind?
Why? This is a base question, sir.
Child, I'll have you consider.
Mr. Danforth, I have been hurt. I have seen my blood running out. I've been near to murder every day because I've done my duty pointing at the devil's people. And this is my reward? To be mistrusted, denied, questioned like
Trust
a...
you.
Mr. Danforth, think you be so mighty that the power of hell may not turn your wits. Well, beware of it.
Child, what is it?
There be, I know not. A cold wind has come. Oh, Your Honor, hurry!
Your Honor, the pretending!
She is cold, Your Honor, touch her.
I warn you! I breathe! I don't do that!
Mary Ward, send your spirits on that.
I cannot! Oh, let me do
How dare you call heaven?
Mr. Proctor, what do you...
It is a whore!
Now, here!
Mark her! And then now she'll suck a scream to stab me with... But you, sir, you...
Prove this. This will not pass.
I have known her!
You.
I have known her! John, you cannot No, Francis. She will deny it, but you, sir, you will believe me, and a man will not throw away his good name, sir. Surely you know that.
One time. At what place?
In the proper place. Where my beasts are bedded. 8 months, sir. It's been 8 months. She used to be a servant in my house. A man may think God sleeps. God sees everything. I know that now. My wife, my dear good wife, took her in soon after and put her out on the high road, and being what she is, sir, a lump of vanity. Excellency, forgive me. She thinks to dance with me on my wife's grave, and well, she might, for I did think of her softly. God help me, I lusted, and there's a promise in such sweat. But it is a whore's vengeance, and you must see that now. I put myself entirely into your hands. You must see that. My wife is innocent, except she knows a whore when she sees one.
You deny every scrap and tittle.
I must answer that. I will leave and I will never come again.
She's not denied,
You got it,
Excellency.
Fred. Mr. Bowers, go into the jail. Bring your wife properly. Oh, and Mr. Bowers, speak not a word of what has been spoken in this court, and not before you enter. Mr. Proctor, say your wife is an honest woman.
My wife cannot lie. Then they cannot sing, and then they cannot weep. My wife cannot lie.
When she put Abigail Williams out, she put her out for a harlot.
Aye, sir.
And she knew her for a harlot.
She knew her for a harlot.
If she says Abigail it was for a harlot, may God spread his mercy upon her. Hold, he will reach the bottom of this swamp. Now come, turn your backs. Neither one of you is to turn to face good white Proctor. And not a single person in this room ought to say a word, raise a gesture, yea or nay. Mr. Jeeva, record the record in its exactness. Enter. Are you ready, Mr. Jeeva?
Ready, sir.
Come. You are to look at me and me alone, not at your husband. You understand?
Good sir.
We have taken the come to understand that you dismissed your servant, Abigail Williams.
That is true, sir.
For what cause did you dismiss her? Look at me. The answer is in your memory. You need not need help to give it to me.
She dissatisfied me and my husband.
How did she dissatisfy you?
She were...
Woman, look at me. Was she slovenly, lazy? In what way did she disturb you?
Your Honor, in the time I was sick, and my husband is a good and righteous man, sir. He is never drunk as some are, nor wasting his time at the shovelboard, but always at his work. In the time I was sick, you see, I was sick after my last baby. I thought I saw him somewhat turn from me. And this girl...
Look at me.
I, sir. Abigail Williams.
What of Abigail Williams?
I came to think he fancied her. So one night I lost my wits, I think, and I put her out on the high road.
Your husband did indeed turn from you.
My husband is a goodly man,
Then he did
sir.
not turn from you. Woman, look at me! To your knowledge, has John Proctor ever committed the crime of lechery? Answer me! Is your husband a lecher?
No, sir.
Elizabeth, tell the truth, Elizabeth! Elizabeth, I confessed it! Don't worry, not to save my name!
See, it is a natural lie to tell. I beg of you,
She
let her
spoke
come.
nothing of lechery. This man lies.
I believe him. I'll conceal it not. This girl has always struck me false. She has always felt it.
No, you will not. Be gone. Be gone, I say. Why do you come, Delaware? Why?
Where's the bird? I see no bird!
My face. Oh, not my face. No.
Quiet!
Do you see a bird?
God made my face. You cannot want to tear my face and be the deadly sin, Mary. Mary! Oh, Mary, please don't go down. Please, please. It's stretching out its claws. Oh, Mary, please don't hurt me, please. Please don't hurt her. No.
Very well. Why does she see this vision?
Excellency, you cannot believe them.
She sees nothing. She sees nothing. You mustn't. You mustn't hurt me.
Draw your spirit out of them.
Mr. Dead Boy! Mr. Dead Boy!
You have seen the devil, have you not? You made a compact.
Never, never!
Can they only repeat?
Give me a wiggle story!
Stop it! Stop it!
Where have you found these powers? Why have you turned about these powers?
Go away, get out of that car! Mary, goddamn the liar! Goddamn liar! I need to obey
You're not open up with me.
Please don't! She's walking the beam. She's coming down the mountain! Don't touch me! You're the devil's man! You're the devil's man! He comes to me every day and every night and he made me to sign it!
Sign what?
Sign it! My name! You want my name! We must go to the court, he says! We must go and overthrow the court, he says! I will kill him, he says, in my white name! And he comes to me every night and every day! And his fingers have clogged my neck!
Mr. Hill!
And his eyes are like gold!
Excellency,
And
it's
I
house
sign it!
Mary!
No!
Mary!
No! No! I love God! I love God! I go your way no more! Abby! Mary! Abby, I'll never hurt you again!
Mr. Proctor, what are you? I have seen your power, sir. You will not deny it. You will confess or you will go to jail and you will hang.
This is not witchcraft! These girls are frauds, you
Mr.
intend
Hill, I have enough of you. Now you will confess or you will hang, I say, sir! Do you understand me? What say you, or will you keep that black allegiance yet?
I say, God is dead.
Hear it.
Hear it. The fire! A fire is burning! I hear the boot of Lucifer. I see his filthy face, and it is my face. It is yours, Mr. Tentacle. A men that quailed to bring other men out of ignorance, as I have quailed. And as you do now, when you know in your black heart that this is fraud! God damns our kind especially, and we will burn! We will burn in hell together!
Marshal, take him and Gory with him to jail.
I denounce these proceedings. I quit this court!
You are pulling down heaven and raising it to hell!
Marshal.
Sarah! Wake up! Sarah, good. Tituba! Up! Go to the north cell.
Majesty. Come in, Tituba. You there? Majesty, come.
Off to the north cell with you both. Others have need of this place.
That don't look to me like His Majesty. Look to me like the Marshal.
That was it you, Marshal. I was beside when we going away.
And where are you off to?
Oh, it wants to Barbados. Soon the devil gets here with their feathers and their wings.
Oh! A happy voyage to you.
A pair of blue men swinging suddenly, the two of us. It'll be a grand transformation.
You'd best give me that, Sarah Good, or you'll never rise up off the ground in the morning.
I speak to him for you if you desire to come along, Marshal.
I not refuse it, Tituba. It is the proper morning to fly into hell.
Oh, it ain't no hell in Barbados. Devil, him be pleasure man in Barbados. Him be singing and dancing in Barbados. You folks. You rising up like he didn't be too cold for that old boy. Him freeze his soul in Massachusetts. But in Barbados, him be just as sweet.
The deputy governor has arrived.
I'm Your Majesty.
That ain't Satan, just a
Stop,
poor
Sarah
cow
Good.
with a hat.
No, you just come
Get along with you now. Out!
Take me home, Emma! Take me home!
Good evening, Excellency.
Where's Mr. Favre?
I'll fetch him, sir.
What time did Reverend Hale arrive?
It were toward midnight, I would think, Your Excellency.
What's his business?
Oh, he goes with them that will hang and prays. He sits with Goody Nurse now.
Why have you left him in? A man have no right to enter here, Marshal.
Mr. Paris bade me, sir, and I cannot deny it.
You drunk, Marshal.
No, sir. It is a cold night, and I have no fire here.
That's Mr. Barris.
Aye, sir.
There's a prodigious stench in this place.
I have only now cleared them out that were,
We're hot drink water.
aye, sir.
Let you question Hale, Excellency. I should not be surprised to have been preached in Andover
You
lately.
speak nothing of Andover. It is strange, this praise of Barris.
I think sometimes Paris is a mad look about him these days.
Mad.
I met him yesterday coming out of his house. I did him good morning. He wept and went on his way. Perhaps it is not well for village seeking so unsteady, sir.
Perhaps he has some sorrow.
I think it be the cows, sir.
Cow.
There be so many cows wandering the high roads. Now that their masters are in jail, there be much disagreement about who they belong to now. I know Mr. Paris been arguing with farmers all week. There be much contention, sir, about the cows. Contention making weep, sir. There is always a man that weep for contention.
Well, good morning, sir. I beg pardon waking you so early. Thank you for coming. Good morning,
Mr. Hale have no right to enter this, Mr. Barris.
Excellency, a moment.
You left him alone with the prisoners?
What is his business here?
Excellency, it is a province. He has come to bring Rebecca Nurse to God.
He bid her confess.
Hear me. He sits with her now, because she has not spoken a word to me these past 3 months, sir. So he sits with her now. Her sister, Martha Corey, and 2 or 3 others, sir. And he bids with them confess their crimes and save their lives.
Indeed, this is indeed a providence. They soften. They soften.
Not yet, sir. Not yet. But there is news, sir. News that the courts must reckon with. My niece, I believe she's vanished.
Vanished.
I thought to tell you earlier in the week, sir, but there was.
Why, how long has she been gone?
This will be the 3rd night, sir. Mercy Lewis is gone too.
Where may they be? I will send a party for them.
I believe they be aboard a ship, sir. My daughter tells me she overheard them just last night talking, or just last week, actually, talking about a ship, and tonight I discovered my strong box be broken into.
She hath robbed you.
31 pounds.
Mr. Paris, you
I
are
am
a brainless man.
It profit nothing you should blame me, sir. But I only fear they left Salem because they fear what will happen here to them if they stay. The news of Andover has broken
There is
here,
no
sir.
rebellion in Andover. It is ready. The court will return there on Friday, and they will resume examinations.
Excellency, I tell you what they say, sir. They have thrown out the court, they say. They will have no part of witchcraft. And there be a faction here feeding on that news, sir. I fear there will be a riot.
Riot? Why, at every execution I have seen naught but high satisfaction from the
It
town.
were a different sort that hanged till now, Judge Hawthorne. Rebecca Nurse is no Bridget that lived with Bishop 3 years before their marriage. John Proctor is no Isaac Ward that drunk his family to ruin. Let Rebecca stand upon the gibbet, and she will send up a righteous prayer, and I fear she will wake a vengeance on you.
Excellency, she's condemned a witch.
Praise.
The court have...
How do you propose?
I would postpone the hanging.
There will be no postponement.
There is hope, sir. Reverend Hale has returned, and he could bring one of these to God. If he does, it will surely damn all others in the public's eyes, and they will surely be linked to hell.
Mr. Chief, give me the list.
It should not be forgotten, sir, that when I summoned John Proctor for the excommunication, not even 30 people showed their faces. I think it speaks to discontent.
There will be no postponement. Now, which of these in your opinion are you brought to God, Mr. Harris? I will strive with them myself until dawn.
There is not sufficient time
I
to
will do
dawn.
my utmost. Which of them do you have hope for?
A dagger. When I left my house tonight, a dagger clattered to the ground. You cannot hang this sort! There is danger for me, sir. I dare not even step outside my house at night.
Ah, Reverend Hale. Congratulations on returning to your good work.
You must pardon them, Excellency. They will not budge.
Mr. Hale, you misunderstand. I cannot pardon these 7 when 12 are already condemned for the same crime.
Rebecca will not confess.
Excellency, the sun will rise in a few minutes. I beg of you, I need more
Now hear
time.
me and beguile yourselves no more. I will not hear a single plea for pardon or postponement. Them that will not confess will hang. The names of these 7 have already been given out to the village. They expect them to die at dawn. Postponement now is a floundering on my behalf, and a pardon cast doubt on the guilt of those that died till now. While I speak of God's law, I will not have its voice cracked by wind. If rebellion is what you fear, know this. I will hang 10,000 that dare to rise against the law. An ocean of salt ears that will not rout the resolution of these statutes. Now draw yourselves up like men, and help, as you are bound by heaven to do so. You have spoken with them all, sir.
All but Proctor. He is in the dungeon.
What's his way?
He sits like some great bird, Your Excellency. You do not know he lived, except he will take food from time to time.
His wife. She must be well on her way with the pregnancy.
Aye, sir.
Mr. Harris, you have greater knowledge of this matter than I. Will the present solve?
I believe so, sir, but they have not spoken since her pregnancy. I should summon her.
Mr. Marshall. Hasn't he been here, Pat? Has he struck at you, sir?
No, sir, he cannot, for he is chained to the wall now.
Fetch Mr. Proctor. And before, bring up Goody.
Aye, sir.
If you postpone the hangings a week and publish it in the village that you strive for their confessions, that will speak mercy on your part, not falsehood.
Misunderstanding, Mr. Hale. As God have not given me the power to stop the sun from rising like Joshua, I cannot withhold the perfection of their punishment.
If you think it be God's will that you should raise rebellion, you're mistaken.
You have heard rebellion spoken in Salem.
Orphan children wander from house to house. Abandoned cattle bellow on the high grounds, and the rotten crop stench hangs everywhere. No man knows when the harlot's cry will end his life. And you wonder as to whether or not rebellion's spoken of? Better yet, you should wonder that they do not burn your province.
You have preached in Andover this month.
Thank God they have no need of me in Andover.
Baffle me. Why have you returned?
Why? It is all simple. I come to do the devil's work. I come to counsel Christian men that they should belie themselves. There is blood on my head. Can you not see the blood on my head?
Ah. Pretty proper. Are you pardoned?
I am yet 6 months before my time.
Be at ease. We do not come for your wife. We... Mr. Hale, could you speak?
Your husband is marked to hang this morning.
I heard it.
You know, do you not, that I come of my own. I have no affiliation with the church. I would save your husband's life, for if he is taken, I count myself the murderer.
What do you want of me?
Goody Proctor, I've gone this 3 months like our Lord into the wilderness. I sought a Christian way, for damnation's doubled on a minister who counsels men to lie.
It is no lie. You cannot
It is a lie!
I want no more! I want none of that!
Mistake not your duty as I mistook my own. I came into this village like a bridegroom to his beloved, bearing gifts of high religion. And when I touched my hand of great confidence, it died. And when I turned my eye of great faith, blood flowed up. Goody Proctor, cleave not to faith if faith brings blood. It is a faulty religion that demands sacrifice. Life, woman, life is God's most precious gift. And I think it may well be that God's damnation is slightly less on a man who lies than on a man who throws away his life for pride.
I think that be the devil's argument.
Goody Proctor, in the devil's eyes and in the Lord's eyes, we are all swine. We cannot read his will.
Not dispute with you, sir. I lack the learning.
Proctor, you are not here for disputation. Your husband will die with the sun. Your husband! Be there not any wifely tenderness in you? Will you contend with him? Woman, are you staring? If I had no other evidence of your unnatural life, your dry eyes alone would be sufficient to say that you damned yourself to hell. A very ape would weep at such calamity. Do you have no tears of pity left in you? With her, it profit nothing that she speaks to him.
Let me speak with him, Your Excellency.
You'll strive with him.
Will you make him confess or will you not?
I promise nothing. Let me speak with him.
Excellency, pray leave him a moment.
Mr. Proctor, you have heard the news? The sun is in the sky. May you make counsel with your wife. May you turn your back upon heaven. Come, gentlemen.
Mr. Proctor, I'm sure if you desire to come beside her, God be with you.
You have been changed.
The child,
Rose,
there's no word of the boys.
farewell. Rebecca's Daniel, please.
You have not seen them?
I have not.
You are a marvel, Elizabeth. They come from my life now.
You know it.
Have none confessed?
There be many confessed.
Who are they?
300 or more. Isaiah Goodkind is one. Lee Ballard is one. There be many.
Rebecca?
Not Rebecca. She's 1 foot in heaven now. Not by her born.
And Giles?
You have not heard it?
I hear nothing where I'm kept.
Giles is dead.
When were he hanged?
He was not hanged. He would not answer AMA to his indictment. If he did, they'd hang him surely and auction off his property. And we stand mute and die a person under the law.
And how does he die?
They press him, John.
Pressed.
Lay great stones upon his chest until he plead Erne. They say they gave him but 2 words. More weight, he says, and died.
More weight.
He's a fearsome man, Giles Corey.
I've been thinking I would confess to them. What say you if I give them that?
I cannot judge you, John.
Giles' wife, have she confessed?
She will not.
That is a pretense, Elizabeth.
Or it is.
I cannot mount the gibbet like a saint. I'm not that man. My honesty is broke, Elizabeth. I'm no good man. Nothing spoiled by giving them this lie that were rotten long before.
But you have not confessed it until now, John. That speak goodness in you.
Spite. Spite only keep me silent. It's hard to give a lie to dogs. I would have your forgiveness, Elizabeth.
It's not for me to give, John.
I would have you see some honesty in it. Let them that have never lied die to keep their souls. For it is a pretense for me, a vanity that will not blind God nor keep my children out of the wind. What say you?
Not forgive you, John. Will you forgive yourself? It is your soul.
Just know this. Whatever you do, it's a good man that does it. I have searched my heart this 3 months. I have sins of my own to count. It's a cold wife to prompt lechery.
Enough, enough!
Better you should
I will
know.
not hear it! I know you!
Take my sins upon you, John.
I take my own! I take my own!
I've always counted myself so plain, so poorly made. No honest love could come to me. Suspicion kissed you and I did, John. I never knew how I should say my love. Or a cold house I kept.
What say you, Proctor? The sun is soon up.
Do what you will, John. But let none be your judge. There is no greater judge under heaven than John Proctor. Forgive me, John. Forgive me, for I never knew such goodness in the world.
I want my life.
You'll confess
I will
yourself.
have my life.
God be praised. It is a providence. He will confess. Proctor will confess.
Why do you cry it? It is evil, is it not? It is evil.
I cannot judge you.
Then who will judge me? God in heaven, what is John Proctor? What is John Proctor? I think it honest, I think it's so. I am no saint. Let Rebecca go like a saint. For me, it is fraud.
I cannot be your judge, John.
Would you ever give them such a lie? Say it! Would you ever give them this? You would not. If tongues of fire were singeing on you, you would not. It is evil. God then! It is evil and I do it!
Praise God, man. You will be blessed in heaven. Now, Mr. Cheever, are you ready to begin the record?
Why must it be written?
Why, for the good instruction of the village, Mr. Proctor, shall be posted upon the church door. Now, come now. Speak directly and to the point for Mr. Cheever's sake. Are you ready? Have you seen the devil in your life? Courage, man, courage. There is light in the sky. The town waits at the scaffold to give out this news. Now, have you seen the devil?
I have.
And when he came to you, did he bid you do his work upon the earth?
He did.
And did you bind yourself to his service? Ah, Rebecca Nurse, come in, come in.
Hi, John. You well today?
Courage, man. Let her hear your good examples so that she may also come to God. Now hear it, goody nurse. Did you bind yourself to the devil's service?
I did.
Now hear it, goody nurse. You see it profit nothing to keep this conspiracy any further. You will confess with him, will you not?
John, God sent me.
Take her out!
Confess, will you not?
Why, it is a lie. It is a lie. How may I damn myself? I cannot. I
Oh,
cannot.
Proctor, when the devil comes to you, did you see Rebecca Nurse in his company?
No.
Did you see her sister, Mary Eastley?
No, I did not.
Did you see Martha Corey with the devil?
I did not.
Did you see anyone with the devil?
I did
Mr.
not.
Proctor, a score of people have already testified that they saw this woman.
Then it
with
is
the devil.
proved. Why must I say
Why
it?
must you say it? For you should rejoice if your soul is purged of any love of hell.
They think to go like saints. I like not to spoil their names.
Saints. She is convicted of the unnatural murder of children, and you for sending your spirits on to Mary Ward. Your soul alone is the issue's here. It matters not what she thought. Now, Mr. Proctor, you must prove your soul's whiteness, or you cannot live in a Christian country. Did you see? It's good enough.
I speak my own sins. I cannot judge another. I have no tongue for it.
Excellency, it is good enough that he confess himself. Let him sign it. Let him sign
It
it.
is a weighty name, sir. I
No!
let him sign it.
Tsushima rings cousin.
You've all witnessed it. Why must I sign it?
Must you sign it? Do not sport with me, mister.
You
You will sign it or it is no confession. Your second ring, man.
Praise be to the Lord.
Now, if you please, Mr. Proctor.
No.
Mr. Proctor.
No, I have signed it. You have seen me sign it. This is enough. You have no need for this.
Mr. Proctor, the village.
Damn the village! I have confessed myself. You came to save my soul, did you not? Here, I have confessed it, and it is enough.
Mr. Proctor, it is not enough.
I have confessed. Is it no good penance for it to be public? God does not need my name nailed upon the church. God sees my name. God knows how black my sins are.
Mr. Proctor, you have not confessed.
You will not use me. I am no Sarah Good or Titubat. I'm John Proctor. You will not use me. You have no purpose of
I
making
do
me
not
do
wish
it.
to use you.
I have 3 children. How may I teach them to walk like men in the world when I sold my friends?
You have not sold your
Beguile me not! I blacken all of them the very day this is nailed to the church, the very day that they hang for silence.
Mr. Proctor, I must have good and legal proof.
You're the high court! Your word is good enough! Say I confess myself! Say Proctor broke his knees and wept like a woman!
Is it not the
Say
same
what
if
you
I
have on my
proclaim
hand!
it or you sign it?
It is different. What others say when I sign to it, it's different.
You wish to deny that confession once you are free.
I mean to deny nothing.
Well, then why else will you not sign this testimony?
Because it's my name! Because I cannot have another in my life! Because I lie! And sign myself to lies! Because I'm not worth the dust on my feet of them that hang! How may I live without my name? I have given you my soul. Leave me my name.
Is that confession a lie? If it is, I will not take it. I do not dabble in lies, mister. You will give me your honest confession in my hand, or I cannot keep you from the rope.
No!
Proctor, hey!
Pray God it speaks some goodness in me. Show them a heart of stone and sink them with it. Shed no tear.
Let you fear nothing. There's another judgment waits us all.
Marshal. Hang John Proctor and Martha Corey high over the town. And them not weep for these weak corruption. Take them.
I have not had my breakfast.
Goody Proctor. You must go to him. There is yet time. Proctor. Proctor!
Woman, it is pride. It is vanity. What profit him to bleed? Will the dust praise him? Will the worms praise him? Go to him. Take his shame away.
He have his goodness now. God forbid I take it from him.